Hi and welcome to my channel. As some of you know or others don't know, I am building a forwarder. So what is a forwarder? It is a machine that you use in the woods to take the timbers down to wherever you want to have them. So I'm going to build one forwarder to freight the timber from the woods. And in this episode I'm going to build the steering link that is between the back carriage and the front carriage. Planning the steering joint. It's not so easy. A bit more difficult than I thought. But I think I have an idea now. So I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and try to make the parts. And then I have to burn them in steel and just try to weld and see how it goes. Cutting a lot of parts. Okay, I have this steering link between the back carriage and the front carriage, and it's going to be one like that. And then like that. A lot of pieces, but I also made it so it's going to be hydraulic pistons here, so I can tilt it this way as well. It works as a damper, I believe, or you can force the front wagon to go slightly one way according to the back carriage. So I only had 8mm and 6mm plates at home, and I wanted to be about 12mm. So I made two of that, but the other one is full of holes, so I can grind them nicely now after burning, and put this one as well into that one. And then I can weld all these holes and make this one to be 12mm. The top is going to be this one. It's an 8mm plate, and the same one goes for the bottom. And then there is two plates in between. That is 6mm. So I think it's going to be quite strong when I'm done welding, and but there is a lot of welding and a lot of work to do before this is okay. And then I'm fixing this one to the front carriage when I'm building the front carriage. So I'm quite excited to see if this works or not. I'm not sure that it's going to work, but this is what I have been coming up with, and then we have to see. So stay with me and see. So now it's 2 plates and it's welded together. So it's just a bit stronger. Now I welded some reinforcement bars. That's going to be between 2 layers of plates for this steering link. As you could see, I'm quite happy. It's straight. So now I can weld it. There is a lot of welding. It's going to be done. I also made welding holes there, so I can weld it extra to the beam. And the same goes for the one in the bottom. This is the back part of the steering section, and it's going to be connected to that one with a section that you don't see yet, but it's coming. Okay, now I'm testing with the actual plates and not only paper, and it looks like it's going to fit. So I'm going to start welding, I think, to this front section as well. Well, the idea is taking shape, and here is made for the hydraulics to come here and into this, and then comes out here, so it goes into the front. Okay, I made some side plates. The first one is loosely set there with a magnet, So I'm gonna weld it there, and then I'm gonna weld the other one on the other side. Okay, I made most of this joint now, steering joint. But I have to make this Kingpin. It's going to be this one. It's 40 millimeter. I'm going to drill a grease hole here and some grease holes in this one on this sides. And then I have this 60 millimeter rod that I have been cutting in pieces that I have to drill, so this 40 millimeter is going through like that. And then it's going to be in here and through like this. So that's the next part to make this finished. Okay, I'm done in the lathe with the biggest part. Turns out with a great fit to the Kingpin. This is the Kingpin, or going to be the Kingpin. So it barely fits inside, very tight, and I believe that's going to be good. I hope so. And this biggest part here, it's going to fit inside here and going to be welded there. But I have to make the small parts which are going to be on the sides. So I'm going back to the lathe and making those. Okay, all the parts are made in lathe. So I have one small one, then a little bit bigger, and the biggest one, and then again a little bigger than the smallest, and the smallest. And all these are fitting the Kingpin like that. So now I have to try to weld it on and see if it works. Okay, I'm not finished welding it yet, but I have been tacked it in place and welded some welds that I managed to do while it's mounted. So now it's turning around quite nicely. So I have to take it off and weld it as it's supposed to be, and then try to mount it again. Okay, I made the Kingpin. It has, as you can see, a grease nipple in one end and an ordinary bolt in the other end to fasten it in between. And then there is going a grease hole through the whole bolt and coming out here in those two, and the same goes for this side and this too. So I'm gonna get greased in the parts that is moving. Okay, I'm done with the steering link and I have mounted it. Well, done and done. There is some work left, but that will be when I get the steering cylinders, the hydraulic cylinders that are going to steer this thing. They're going to be mounted between here, and the same goes on this side. And then I have planned to have tilt cylinders here, so I can tilt the front garage, and that I have to adapt as well. So it's as done as I can do it without the cylinders. So now when it's mounted, it turns like this. So I'm quite pleased with that. It works. Hopefully it works as well when it's loaded and done, but time will show. But that's it for this time, and I appreciate if you consider to push this link. Thank you for this time. I hope I see you again.